welcome to the Fireside Tribe podcast. We are a community that comes together to talk about Cameroonian culture. And we love doing this, especially through the lens of Cameroonian music. Our goal is to, push the conversation, take, push the needle a little bit further, and leave Cameroonian music or Cameroonian culture a step further than we found it. And with me today are our usual suspects, right? Our usual host. With me today are Atem, and myself, Anya. And today's a good episode. Today we're going to be talking about Cameroonian music in the 80s and 90s. We're going to talk about what they did right. We're going to talk about how they were successful. Why is it that when they did music, Cameroonian music was at the top of the game? What did not follow through and what followed through? And how we can think about that music today. But first, I want to hear about, and I want to just hear about your weekends. And let's talk about your weekends for a little bit. How you guys doing?
Good. I'm doing great. You know, when you said attempts and attempt, I was gonna throw my two fingers in the air, but I didn't know which attempt you were talking about. So it's like,
Exactly.
It's
We're
Atem,
just
Atem,
going to
Anya.
take it.
I
Either
hold the
one.
distinction to have the different name, but
and it's even worse when in my screen we're standing right next to each other. So
Exactly.
yeah,
what do you
I
guys
had,
this
I,
weekend?
I had a bit of an eventful weekend. As you can see, the background changed today because I'm in Düsseldorf, so that's my Düsseldorf background. The other one is the Swiss background. But yeah, I'm shooting today from Düsseldorf. It was a nice weekend. Started up the week also quite nicely, and I'm trying to think about why there's been so much going on in my weekend. It's probably because I'm doing the same thing as I was doing last week. I was working,
Working.
but I'm liking it. Yeah.
Okay.
What about you,
As for
Louise?
me, I don't have too much going on for my weekend. My weekend was uneventful. Like I worked Friday, Saturday. I'm only off Sunday, which is like the common weekend. My weekend per se, which is Sunday, Monday, pretty much uneventful. I was tired. I was just sleeping. I was
Do you?
mostly sleeping and watching Korean dramas.
Yeah,
Korean
I was just gonna
dramas.
say.
This
Yeah.
the Korean piece is interesting though. I'm mentoring.
Chinese too.
I'm
Chinese
mentoring
and
one
Korean.
kid in Douala in Cameroon, and we're talking about, all right, where would she like to go study and do her bachelor's and stuff, and she came up with Korea. I was like, what? And she's
Hey
so into
man,
K-pop. On her WhatsApp,
hey
she's
man.
posting K-pop stuff every day. I was like, where, how did she even get the idea of Korea in Douala?
Hmm.
And she's learning Korean. It's like crazy.
Their
I just
Hmm.
culture,
I'm
their
just like,
culture has made waves.
Taking over.
I grew up watching anime. I don't know if it's particularly for Korean, but recently I also went into Korean like shows, and they have good shows on Netflix, man. They have good fights and everything. So um, they have a good culture. I think
They
it's
do.
one that is interesting to delve into and kind of like venture and kind of see what they're up to and go close and personal. But yeah,
interestingly, in my Afrobeat repertoire, I have one Afrobeat artist from Korea, and he sings in Korean. I didn't prepare that for the show. I would have played it out here. Like, it's so
Oh,
dope.
nice.
You're hearing it is like Afrobeats, and then you're hearing all this Kochinawa, whatever weird type of language Korean, and the guy sings it so nicely. He's mixed he's mixed, so he really does it pretty nicely in his song. And I was like,
He's
I'm
mixed
really
with
curious about.
what country?
I think it's Senegal or something like that in Korean.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
It's
an
a
odd
strange, it's a
one, right?
strange odd mix.
That's an odd combo.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But he sings in
yeah,
Korean and Afrobeat in Korean. Nice.
that's interesting. I want to. I think one of these days we'll sit down and talk about their culture a little bit as an aside. But I wanted to come back to. I went to a couple of weekends ago. My weekend was. I feel like our weekends are very adult-like weekends. Nobody's coming here and saying that I had. I barely woke up this Monday because Sunday and Saturday were crazy. That is. We've come a long way
But guess
because
what?
I feel
Maybe it
like
would be more
most of the
eventful.
Canadian.
Maybe it would be more
What's that?
eventful if we had more Cameroonian shows in our more Cameroonian artists throwing shows in
I
our
was gonna
cities.
say. I was gonna say because two
Probably.
weeks ago, 2 weeks ago on the
Hmm.
weekend, I was at the Cameroonian graduation party, and the DJ tried. He tried. He tried to play only
Mm.
Cameroonian music and he failed. And
We should have his
this is
name.
one thing that
We should have his name so that next time as you refer to him, we'll put him on the screen.
it was an uncle. I
Let
don't
him
think
get
he
more
has all of
bookings.
those. I don't think he has all of those. But he tried. I saw what he was trying to do, and everybody was mad. So many times the dance floor was empty. And Eunice, you know our
Wow.
crowd. It was the usual people.
Yes.
If you see us
Yes.
sitting at a party, then something has gone wrong somewhere.
No, something is wrong. Yes, something
Where-
is wrong.
And this brought me to this. I was thinking about this thing, and before we get into talking about the 80s and that music, and I think we can even use this as a segue, it brought me to this. Are you guys okay in this effort of promoting Cameroonian music? Do you think we ever need to go to a Cameroonian party and only listen to Cameroonian music? I kind of know what Eunice is going to say about this, but
Okay. Let me see.
just a brief.
Say what we know you're
Let me
gonna
take a
say.
moment. Let me take a moment, breathe, and then
Yes.
tell you. I had a different kind of experience. Right, 2 weeks ago. Well, let me say the weekend of Father's Day. That Friday was Eugene's graduation. Right, I told you about it.
Yeah.
Where I had this problem. I told you, first of all, let me state my problem before we go any further. That problem that I told you guys, I had this problem where for every song I had to choose, like 99% of the songs, I had to choose audio and say blah, 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 audio, blah, 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 audio, because
You have
there
to
are
add
acting
audio in your
movies.
search because
There are acting movies inside. There's interruptions inside the song, inside the video. You cannot just play the video straight. Why are you guys acting? Cameroonian artists, just play music. There's pick a struggle. Don't act. Like, which one is it? Do you want to sing or do you want to act? Pick a struggle. First of all, okay, that's by the way. But anyway, so during his graduation, right,
Yeah.
I had that experience where I played some Cameroon music, but then I went into Ivorian music, like all those olden days, like Kejevera and Duke Saga type of thing, and it was giving.
wow,
And I
Kejevera is
stayed
already
there.
old in this.
No, I'm just saying, Kejevera is old. He's there. Like
I
he's-
thought you,
mean, he's
I thought you were
young,
going
like
to
he's-
say Mewe and stuff like that,
No,
like olden days. You said
Duke
olden days.
Saga,
I said
Duke Saga, those
Kejevera,
people, you know what I
Arafat.
mean?
Yeah,
Arafat,
is
and
back
then
in the
I
day.
stayed there. Arafat was a young guy, but he started young, very
Yeah,
young.
yeah, it was-
Damn,
So-
time is passing. Time is going by really fast.
Us, okay, Atem, don't be in denial. It's us.
Yeah, those were your days. Embrace it.
So I stayed there, and then even my mom was like, "What happened to Cameroon music?" I'm like, "Mama, chill." Like, you know what I mean? But I was just like, "Mama, chill." Like, I was just like, like the party is going. So in that sense, right? Like you say, like they say, you're never too old to learn or to kind of like get new lessons or new perspectives and all of that. This was a new perspective that will kind of translate in the way that I look at it now. And to answer your question, I feel like we have to tread in a way that, like how Atem said, that we'll have to look for songs that give and give and give and give and give, and have that set that will give and give and give, where people will not even have that space to complain, to be like, hey, we're missing, oh, Davido, we're missing this, we're missing that. So
right.
that's how I feel.
And Atem, did you want to add something about on this?
I think I was also just gonna add that on the one side. I think also that Cameroon content is pretty limited. We do feel like Cameroon music is overflowed, but I think it's still there is not enough music. We need more music. People need to produce more music because it's like for every 30 songs there's one good one. So we need 300,000 to have a playlist for a party.
Right. And I think it also brings us to this place where and when you do find a Cameroonian DJ that can play Cameroonian music and can do it back to back to back, more times than none, or more times they take it to a certain era. They take it to the Tom Young's era. They take it to the Diango, and that's where they sit.
Dude,
And that's where they sit. And
I'm
that's
gonna
where
tell you-
they're more comfortable and they sit longer. Go ahead, yeah.
That's where that's the only place where you can sit longer. Busy and I, a lot of times when we DJed a lot of Cameroon weddings. We did one in Hamburg. We did one somewhere around Frankfurt, and what we always do is like we tell them to give us their playlist, and it's always a lot of modern songs and cool songs around the era. And then we have one thing that we always like. We have a whole section where we play just Cameroon music, right? Nice transition. We're gonna break through Sweet Mother, and then we just start going down those classics. And Sweet Mother is the one thing you want to do in every Cameroonian wedding. Like,
Right.
moms are gonna love you. Money is going to flow on the dance floor. It always works. And guess what? After that, we went to Cameroon music. And when we did Cameroon music, we played about 1 or 2 or 3 modern Cameroon music, and the rest of the playlist is old school, and the dance floor is full.
Old school.
It's full. And
which
Biz is so good at this. He's so good at just getting all those oldies. And I was like, I'm looking at the guy like, dude, I couldn't even imagine that you have this kind of music. Because the way he plays, he's always so American that you never, everyone in the party is looking at it and like, wow, we're going to have hip hop today. This guy is an American guy, American DJ. And there's always MC and he's always speaking so American. We're like, all right, we have an American DJ in the house. When he starts playing Cameroonian, I was like, oh, mon frère, c'est toi.
Exactly. I've had a Nigerian DJ.
Myself, I get surprised.
I've had a Nigerian DJ do the same exact thing to us in Tucson. Like, we pulled up to his club.
Oh, wow.
He saw that was a bunch of Nigerians. He brought a bunch of Cameroonians. And he plays soccer with us, so he knows us. So we got into his club when he had just launched this club in Tucson. And, he plays Afrobeat stuff and everything, and he switches, gets into Cameroonian. And he hits, like, he goes for like 30, 40 minutes. I'm like, yo, DJ Fresh Waves. Now you so. He said, my guy, I know my guy. But the thing is,
that's pretty flattering. That's pretty nice, though.
No, he knew.
Yeah.
He's DJ
I mean,
Cameroonian parties, and he gave us Cameroonian music for like 40 minutes. And I'm telling you, 40 minutes of Cameroonian music is a compliment. 40 minutes music of any genre music
of any genre. I mean, sitting in a genre for 40 minutes, that's a long time.
No,
I'm
saying that I'm agreeing with you that it's a compliment, being that he's Nigerian. First of all, Nigerians do not go out of their own personal space.
No, but
you know what I mean?
But even
the fact that he's Nigerian and playing our song like that, doing that, that justice to our song like that, then that was really good.
Smart
but Nigerians know Makossa though.
Yeah.
Nigerians know Makossa though. They know Makossa.
They don't, you know what they think Makossa is? Awilo Logomba and all of that. Ask any of them.
Come on, I was just gonna give them a bit of credit.
They do their homework. This DJ Fresh Waves did his homework. He hit us with the Cameroonian music. But that comes to my question, my very first question, and this is us getting into what we wanted to really talk about today. Commercial break when we start getting. But going into this though, why is it that every time that we need to why is it that era is the most celebrated? Is it that they made the best music? And it seems like they did something in that time that sits back. What do you guys remember about that music in that time? What's you guys' memory of that music?
Dude, let's just go straight into it.
But
no, we're going into it right now. Which is what I get from it. You know what I get from it is guitar playing. Guitar. Like that. Is it the thing that Koto Bass used to do? That's what I get from that. Do you know that most of them played a lot of instruments? Like they were more instrument versed.
Right.
Like that. It was like more of an acoustic kind of instrument vibe.
They were just musicians. A lot of them were musicians, like in the real sense of it, right? I want to pull out Koto Bass because you brought one of my names. Like that's a name that I had for in mind today. Koto Bass. I love the guy's music, and I feel like that's one of the guys that he really knew bass in Cameroon.
Okay, yeah, bass.
Yeah, but Koto Bass, right? Not only Koto Bass, that I like very much, but another one is Talandre Marie.
Talandre, but
I love that guy's music. What is it about Sanfan Thomas that you really like?
He is hot.
Hey.
He was hot.
Man, I thought we were going to talk about music today.
No, but his music was good too.
That's part of music, I guess. But I think one thing that happens also, like, and I'm gonna go into this later on. But one thing that you mentioned is they played instruments. They were truly musicians. They were not people that were like, I want to do music. No, they were musicians. They learned music from the ground up.
Gallo, that song, Gallo.
Okay, I get what you're saying, but I haven't seen this guy. I haven't seen this guy for a minute though. Man, this guy was hitting the gym This guy was hitting the gym before I was born.
Thank you. Look at that. Look at that slim. This is straight like ruler. Straight like.
That man don't really go no gym. Now everybody that.
Yeah, that.
I haven't heard this for a minute.
When I hear him, like you guys have to call me that day, I just listened to it. I was like, you hear him.
I'm not gonna lie.
Dance, yeah. Frequency big collection. Dance, yeah.
Is it not San Fantomas that did this thing?
Yeah, that's him.
I think it's him. And you know what? If you look at his videos, right, his fashions, even his fashions inside, I was looking at it, was like this guy was way ahead of his time. Like his fashion was good.
This him recently.
They were striking the bass, but he's like emotional.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they were angry about the bass. They were in that bass.
Listen to it. Okay. If you listen to just the sound alone, you will dance.
Yes.
Like it's making you. It's like rhythmic. It's going to move you without even. You go balate and come back up before that. Only that part.
Yo, Anyang, this reminding me about that Makossa you sent me yesterday.
Oh yeah,
from Colombia.
They had jam sessions. This guy had jam sessions. It's like they sat down a bunch of musicians and they said,
yes,
let's bring it out, and they played music. And
the music came from the soul, man.
While you're pulling this up, there's one thing that I also wanted to ask. Then, what is it that they did right? What did they do right? And we've already been talking about this, but I want us to answer that question specifically, and we can use some examples if we have to dig down into some of the things that you feel like. But what is it for you guys that these guys in their era did right?
To me, I feel like it boils down to the same thing, right? That I say that at that time they didn't know what shame was. Like it was just like, okay, we're having fun, we're enjoying life, we're creating something that means something to us. So they were creating it and they were enjoying it themselves. Like you can see in the videos, there's pure enjoyment. Like you are not seeing people like you see this girl in Grace Decker's video no, it's not Grace Decker, Shalom Bango's video where she's like changing her clothes, right, and hiding and passing through the window just to go and dance this thing. You know, some of those type of things like that. And I remember like back in the day, my dad was talking about how they would go to the club for like 25 francs or whatever, and they would dance and dance. They were just enjoying their own music. They were just enjoying it. I think that's what they were doing right at that time. They were consuming their own music and loving it. Everybody was loving it at that time, and people were just happy.
No, I'm sorry.
That song, that one, go up. Go up. That one,
this
Konkai.
One? Konkai. Man, the video. The video, it's coming from. Is it too loud? Because it's kind of loud in my ears. Yeah, this one. Yeah.
It gives me chills right now because this.
Thank you. Me too.
Damn, it's weird. I don't know if it's the nostalgia.
Or we just too happy at that time. That's what it is.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you guys something, right? I've been listening every time I listen to music. I'm always asking myself, what new thing can someone really make? If I had the time I felt, which is to sit in the studio and make a song right now, what will I do? And it's just amazing how much inspiration there's in this old music. I've just listened to this song right now. In my mind right now, I have a song that I'm sure is a banger from the bass line of that song that we just listened to. And that's just one of them. It's like
do it, because this is
that,
you never know where that passion can come from. Like, do
Wow.
it, create those beats. But the thing is, like, to me, like, just like recently, this guy what was this guy's name? Something boy. What's his name?
Boy Tag.
He has like a sound that he brought out, right? That sound has so much potential, but I feel like the instruments in it are lacking. I wanted to say something. I'm just like, okay, I don't really have like a music background to be able to come to tell him like, hey, you know what? Add the bass, like let that bass hit, so that you can feel it inside your tanti, inside your LFUs here, inside your on the belly. Everywhere. So that you can feel it in here. The beat sounds different from whatever you hear out there. It sounds different. Like he put it out there like, oh, who should he put on this song? Who should he put on this song? It sounds different from whatever is out there, but it's not hitting. It will be nice, but it's not giving because of the instruments in it. The instruments in it, because they have to have some kind of passion too. The instruments have to have life. But the thing, like, they feel like when they combine one sound to the other and make something boom, that's it. It has to have like a chord that hits a nerve. Each sound has to hit some kind of different nerve in the person. That's what it was lacking. And this is what these classics have. That modern songs don't have.
We've mentioned a few songs so far, right? What song in that period right now can either of you guys think that hits that nerve? That like that hits that nerve in every Cameroonian person. If you can think about it, this is not a test, right? But what song can you think about? I would like us to play a song for like a minute. One of those songs that strikes the chord for Cameroonians.
All of
that brings that bass out.
With that bass, okay.
No, just that brings that all of that energy that you're talking about, because I feel like what you described there
dun, dun,
is just like
dun, 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 dun.
Ding 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 ding.
I bet put that one.
Prince Yango.
All right, well that's our 1 minute intermission to regather some energy and come back and talk about some more music of that era.
Dude.
You asked me that, I tell you.
So now that song, because that song now, it will get people off the chair. That song will get people off.
Exactly.
Bro, that's another, that's din 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 din. That's a whole song already on its own. Just that one. That's, man, you know what? I have to take a vacation and go and start producing again. Damn.
Maman, si Doudou savait que l'amour n'existait jamais, c'est que Doudou n'aurait pas la maladie du cœur. Oh lolo. Papa, si Doudou savait que l'amour n'existait jamais, c'est que Doudou n'aurait pas la maladie du cœur. Oh lolo. I sing it, I sing it down to le titi longuet.
Even the lyrics, you saw that this guy took some time to write. He had metaphors. He had and today I don't even hear that. Kids just go and just say, "Tu parles de mon mère." I was like, c'est comment, mais vos pères ne vous ont pas envoyé à l'école.
But you know one thing that's fundamentally different from all of these guys and the guys of today?
What's
most of
that?
those guys, if you listen to Makossa and all of this music, the root of it, it's funk. It's how it's funk that used to happen back in it's disco, it's all of that. Do you know why? It's because most of them had the opportunity to go and study abroad. They studied in university abroad. They learned about something. They enjoyed that music while they were in college. And then they contacted each other, and then when they went back, they sat together. And then they brought those infusions, those vibes into the Makossa. That's why Makossa is so very electric. Yeah. Because that's the advantage they had. They were able to go out, and that's why they play instruments. That's why they played more instruments. Why? Because they picked this up when they were out, they brought it back in. I thought about this heavily for a period, right? Mm-hmm. Think about colonialism and what happened around that time, and then people went out and came in. There was a lot of influx of people traveling out and traveling in.
And it looks like back then it was very typical. It was very typical that Cameroonians just went and came back home.
They went to study
Europe.
It's today that it looks like the return flight is broken, but back then it used to work.
Because at that time, it was just so they went back and they learned something. They were eager to come back and establish back home.
Yeah.
Man, I've heard this sound. If I come back with this sound and I use it in this music, it'll be great. And that movement back and forth made it that Cameroonian music had to propel. Because they brought in technology, which is instruments. They brought in know-how, which is experience from other music genres. And they put it into our music. Right now, it's not happening. Let me land with this, right? That's why you can see that every time you talked about your friend or a Nigerian friend that you said he's basic, but what he does every year is that he goes back to Nigeria. What happens in that influx is that somebody listens to drill in UK, goes back to Nigeria. He doesn't do drill. He uses one little thing from drill to make Afrobeat. Somebody goes to Jamaica and comes back to Nigeria, and Afrobeat is that belt off of reggae.
Yes.
That influx is one thing that's lacking in Cameroonian music. I just wanted to point that out.
The exploration of art. They're not exploring art because most of the time what you see, I mean, I could be wrong. There could be one or two people that do this, but it's not really shown, right? It's not put on display because like when Kosi came here, what did he do? Did he go and visit, like different music places and all of that? When they come here, do they try to collab and meet with other artists from here and from different places? Is that what they do? Because for me, the way I look at it, the way they show it is Njoka. They come make Monica and Njoka.
He is coming like a VIP now. So
yes, like a VIP. You want to come and enjoy, and that's it. Period.
But
I have seen
how work looks like these days.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
On that note, right? I've seen about 3 or 4. I don't even want to start with the names. I think most of them are similar. 3 or 4 documentaries of American artists that whenever they come to a city, whatever city that is, they go out to that city before their show. Either, I think it was Sting that goes out in the day, visits the city out in the day, mixes around with local people, listens to local music before his show. Ed Sheeran is going to go out, he's going to look for street artists, and he's going to get the best one into his show. Usher is going to try. He says he tries to get as much of the local music as possible. DJ Gator goes actually to the local clubs and sees what is playing in those local clubs to get an idea of what's going to play in that city. So all these things just to say that getting an idea or getting an influence of the place where you are makes sense. And for a lot of times, like for artists, right, you're going to invite an artist from Cameroon to America. He's going to be there maybe for a week. And for that short time that he's there, he wants to absorb as much as possible so that he gets as many more new ideas as possible that he can take back home to his next projects and stuff like that.
He can go to New York. New York is rich in that.
Yeah.
In that, like, you see a lot of art in the streets of New York. You can go to New York and see that, like, in a day, like in 2 days, and explore different variations of art. They can do that. Expose yourself to something.
I think it's a stretch to say that these artists, our Cameroonian artists, don't do that when they come here.
I won't.
This is my observation. I said I could be wrong, and that's what I said. I could be wrong. There could be people that do that, but the perception that is out there is that is Njoka. That's what it is. That's the image that they're giving. That's the perception that is out there, Njoka, strictly.
Which is part of the job too, though. I mean, they also have to have some social media presence. They need content for that. So if it's Njoka's got to do that, it's got to do it. So I'm also hoping that they do a bit of that exploration part as well, right? Just like we learned from this other big artist. But I want to get back to the point that you mentioned earlier on, Anyang, regarding the artist and what is it that has changed.
Yes.
Or what are they doing right or wrong? I think also that one of the things that's making that we can't really get that quality of that music, and we're starting to see it come back a little bit, is also that music has gotten a little too electronic. By getting too electronic, we've lost those guys. We've listened to all this music that we listen right now from the 80s and earlier on, is that they didn't have enough electronic stuff to play electronic music, and that wasn't even the era of electronic music, so you had to play real music. And there's something about all those songs that are playing. I'm having a real emotional feel to it, compared to a lot of music today that if it's not really well produced, then you really hear a lot of the electronic stuff. You don't connect to it. The wavelengths of the music, everything is just like out of sync with the human vibration in the first place. So you just don't connect with the music. And so it has to really, really be good to catch your attention. But those songs out there, it's funny. All of them, as I started playing the song, I was like just vibing with it immediately. So I think it had to do with a lot of the natural instruments that they were playing. And when you also play naturally, there's a lot of little errors that you do that are actually nice, because that's what brings life and nature in the music. But when you're playing electronically, everything is so intact and well programmed that it's no longer natural. And when we're hearing that a lot in the in the modern music today, that's electronically produced. It's also one of the reasons why we are losing this vibe with the music. And also I feel like we've gone a bit away from our thing in Cameroon. I think Makossa was very, very rich, and it's a very, very nice music, and I don't know what's happening to it today, but I feel like the trend or the strength of Makossa music has kind of been dying as the years go on. Today I don't really enjoy the Makossa music I listen to today. I don't know why and how.
Right. Because I can ask you guys right now off the top, name a Makossa artist of our time.
I don't know one.
A recent time Makossa artist.
Yeah. I don't know one of the recent times. Like, I don't know if
I can't really think of any person that I can say, you know what, this person is somebody that plays a lot of Makossa, and I
my Makossa cutoff memory ends in September 2021.
We talked about Sepo on this program earlier. Sepo, right?
Yes,
Sour
we did.
girl. Can we really put her into Makossa? Can we comfortably do that?
Let's see. Let me pull out.
Everybody is picking all of them, right? The reason why I cannot really think of a Makossa artist is because the Makossa artists, or supposed people that are trying to do Makossa, they're picking and choosing different genres. With like their album will be one thing. They're not sticking to like a thing and be like, you know what, I want to be a Makossa artist and strictly a Makossa artist. They are not doing that. They're just going here.
It's an abandoned genre.
Anyway, I think that they're grasping at straws.
Yeah, they go and pick from there what they want. For example, they'll go and say some words in the language, and then they'll bring it back into the song, and they'll leave the genre by itself. They'll go and pick up a little thing, and they'll come back, and they'll leave the genre by itself. They never go there to develop the genre. Because one of my things, unless we can listen and see if Sepo really falls into Makossa, because that's the only... Not the only, but that's one of the people that I can think of.
But I don't know. For me, Sepo is Charlotte Dipanda category. Who for me, Charlotte Dipanda is also like Makossa love. Yeah, it's not. Makossa has gone too Zouk lovey in a way. It's no longer.
This is a Bendiga cover. This is not. This is a
okay, so play this song. Okay, Longue is a Makossa. Longue.
But Longue is he not old school already?
Longue is Makossa, but he's still alive. He's still current.
But is he old school?
He's old school.
Okay, this is
Is this Afrobeat or Makossa?
Right.
Oh man, I'm sorry guys, but we have changed the show now. When this guy just starts singing, joy they come my heart. Plenty. Oh, this guy deliver. Bruh, no care, na Makossa. Damn, it's good.
That's the thing. If this has to be Makossa, right? If this has to be what we define as Makossa, we have to do this 10 more times so that the genre doesn't die, and so that we understand that Makossa has evolved now to this.
What was the next artist that you guys said?
Charlotte Dependant. If you do this one time and then you leave it.
Shaka Ju, Kosi featuring this guy, but it's the guy's original song. But I cannot really spell his name too well. Shaka Ju, Kosi, just put Kosi Shaka Ju. That song, to me, I feel like that's like a good Makossa song. This particular one, yeah, this Tichimba.
Aye, Juba, Patrão Galás. Give me the mic, yo. First time I listen music. Hey, Juba.
By the way, this guy, right? This guy, you guys put a pin on him. This guy has been doing. He's been taking. I don't even remember his name. That's a
Zimbabwe. That's what I said. I can
this
never
guy,
remember.
right? He has something about his vibe. Wait, I'm gonna double click on him. He's trying to do something to Makossa, and I totally respect what he's doing. He's taking it a different level. He's adding another layer on it. He's trying to make it modern, and I know that he's been looking for that vibe for a minute. He has a couple of songs that I really, really love the idea and how he's going to it. And I think he's really, really being very creative. And if he succeeds at what he's doing, then he has brought another flavor, to Cameroon and Makossa music. This kid.
Like you hear even the instruments. The instruments are there. That's
I mean,
but it's not. It's there.
Kids today. I mean, I don't think that they have the kind of money to produce real music.
No, not to produce, but I'm saying that at least that guitar of those old days, like he represents it. You know what I mean? It's there. That's what I like about it.
Je parle, je chante, il croit que je m'amuse. Mais si tu descends pour Loulou, tu vas voir la magie. And if you ask me, I don't go fit tell you why.
Chimbimbili, whatever his name is, I think it's this one. This one, yeah. You see, I've even watched a couple of them. Lo Success is good, but this one, you see that he's trying something here, and I really like that he's daring. Yeah.
AI
Oh,
writes
man,
my
guys,
copy
you
in
guys should leave me
seconds,
alone.
But resizing a
I
video
know.
still takes 3 tools and a mild breakdown.
I know.
Aye, Juba, Patrão Galás.
You see, that's that Makossa vibe he's bringing in there.
Différent, ma part sera différent, ma part sera différent. Ça sera différent, ma part sera différent, ma part sera différent. On te dit différent, ma part sera différent, ma part sera différent. Yeah, ça sera différent, ma part sera différent, ma part sera différent. Aïe, chante moi aussi, écoute un peu ceci. Certaines fois même l'erreur de comparer les prophètes au Messie.
So he's really trying to be creative and to be out of the box. Like, really, you guys should check him out. He's really good.
I checked him. I checked that song. That particular song, I've not been able to get over it.
Aye.
I just love the song so much.
Yeah, sorry.
Do you think if we asked him the genre of music he made, he would say he makes Makossa?
No way. And you saw the song Différent. If you watch the guy 2 or 3 times, you see that he's really trying to be different. And in a nice way, he's trying to be modern, creative, bring something new. He has sometimes there's some house sounds that he has in. He has even a house song. He has another one that it looks like he shot it in the States. So and it's like he's been in France. So he's like trying. You really see what you mentioned earlier on, Anyang, like going out there, taking different different vibes and mixing into his own original stuff. That he does that a lot. He has a song with some Ivorian guys. So you see that he's really experimenting quite a lot, and he's mixing a lot of vibes. But still, you always hear once you hear him, you know that it's a Cameroonian. He has some of that Cameroonian aspect in it, but he's always trying to experiment with different things. And then also look at his style and everything as well. So you see that he's trying to get out of the box, and that's what I like about him. Anyway, that was me diverging. Chibambi, go check him out. He's good.
And when I first checked out his name, right? I don't know if it might have some kind of like Ivorian background, because that Chibambi, the name was saying that it's an Ivorian name for whatever reason. So I kind of like just dropped it a little bit, and then later on I was like, no, but this guy is Cameroonian, because the way he's singing all of this. And then I went somewhere, they were like under the comments, sometimes that's when I'm able to decipher that this person is a Cameroonian. You understand? Like, I'll go under the comments. They suffer too much with trying to research these people to see if you're actually Cameroonian or not. Let me not waste my time on you too much. Like, there are songs that I would like. I like them regardless whether they are from Cameroon or not. But if I want to research you, let me know if you are from Cameroon first, So it took me a while. That Chimbambi name was showing that it's from Ivory Coast.
You're right.
Okay. Right. So we're seeing now then that along the line somewhere something happened. I think Makossa got abandoned at her genre, and we kept relying on what we had as our past success and our glorious success, and something happened. For me, the greatest time my greatest moment of Makossa and of that era is L'Âge d'Or. And for me, it's the greatest because it encapsulates for me everything that music represents. It's collaboration. It's everybody.
Harinjo. Man, we can't go off this episode without listing all those legendary names, man. This is their episode.
There is this particular video for that they're in studio that you see all of those things. You start recognizing your Makossa idols, all of them, which is the key thing that's missing from music today. The foreplay is gone. The foreplay that happens, that little, they're talking about it. They're talking about, hey, I discovered this. I have this. Let me play this string for you a little bit. That foreplay before the actual recording of the song is gone.
Would you say the artists of today are too busy beefing with each other or competing with each other, or what is it that is making the collaboration not happen?
They're distracted by the struggles. We're starving too much to be all buddy up.
Yeah,
we're not. If I can't eat, why am I going to be? There's too much that I got to worry about. I got to worry about that guy to getting my gold. I got to worry about what I'm going to eat. I got to worry about how I'm going to pay rent. I'm no longer, there's too much to worry about that it distracts us from what could actually be. And what could actually be is the potential of collaboration.
Tom Youngs.
You don't know which one to choose, huh?
Tom Youngs, Harinjo.
There's one that looks like a studio session at him.
I mean, this is the episode where we have to give credit to Grace Decker for having given us some beautiful things in the days when she was still cute.
She's a cute.
She's
still
cute.
Very
That one,
cute
that's
now.
studio session. I can don't scroll too fast. You've passed it. The one that looks like a studio
still
session.
Very
that one
cute.
in the studio. There's like 4 of them. No. Oh, why is it? Okay, this one.
Is this one right?
Yes.
Yeah.
This one.
You saw Kotobas already.
Watch this here.
That's Kotobas playing the bass.
That dude looks like he was somewhere in the islands. always so somebody to look out for.
When the best no cano, Mosena no jai, so much as the bala olanda, oi the mea. This man up and be la, let him be, but I would not sing it, wing it, my daughter. When they come by, like it now, nothing good, but the madam of my dad.
Man, music in the making. You really see these guys really having fun. They're really loving their.
It reminds me of Junior's mom, Auntie Patience, who passed away. She loved OD Makossa like crazy. And the way she would dance, she had a signature move. She's going balate. She's barely moving, but in her head, she's doing
the most. She's doing.
It was like
she's doing it and everything else.
Go like this, go like this, go like this, go like this. She's not moving, but she could dance all night to Makossa.
But is that I feel like is that Herinjo swag, right? Because he had that kind of like it's like he was giving it away. He was not really into it, but he was still into it. But he was not really, like
a lazy,
he had that kind of like
he was just like he was this kind of guy that he didn't struggle too much. Yeah, he just did it effortlessly. Effortlessly.
Yes, he just had a unique voice to him.
I have this analogy that I think is not the best analogy, but I'm still gonna use it to compare like this music in this era. It's like if you get pot soup for fire now, and now one person you cook that pot soup, you know the way that pot soup will taste. But if you get that kind of tiri mami, the way some person don't throw salt, some person get maggi, it's very unpredictable. That soup feel war, but it also has the potential to be the best.
Can be surprisingly,
right? And I think that's what they had.
So sorry guys.
To kind of say to the modern day people, right? Like the songs that these people Power. Like if you enter Power, that's a song that was done by collaboration by these new people, right? Like Phil Bills, Salatiel, all those people and all of that.
Boya
like they
Boys.
did that. Yes, those Boya Boys, they kind of did something like that. And then even that Happy New Year song. Happy
this
New
one?
Year, Happy New Year. That one like that too. That one. Yeah, this one, Power. This one, you see, there's like a few of them that kind of collab. They did a few of the songs.
Les gens vont encore dire que je passe me the light. Africa tonight, today not today, oh. Mommy, oh daddy, on est tous validés, oh. Get it back. Alaji Bayasa, get it back. Hakuna Matata.
Tell me how you feeling bad. Unasawa get it molo.
Get it back. Alaji Bayasa, get it back. Hakuna Matata.
J'ai la puissance à la katumbe. À la katumbe. Got the power.
What genre?
À la katumbe. J'ai la puissance. I got the power to take you go higher.
Quand je vais te toucher, oh, tu vas t'enjailler, jailler. Quand je vais te toucher, oh, toucher, oh, tu vas t'enjailler, jailler.
Are they all from Empire Company?
Empire,
Or is it only-
Empire is the one that they I think at some moment all of these guys signed with Empire because Phil Bill and his
Magasco.
partner, the Bangla boy, they were signed with Empire at some for a little bit. Even Mimi was signed with Empire for a while. So this was Empire was really behind this song.
So it was Empire. It wasn't like a collab of just minds that came together.
No, I think Empire functioned. Loco, I don't know that Loco signed with Empire. Loco has been with Dream. What is it? Dream Boy.
I've
Dream
never
Records, that's in Cameroon.
never really paid attention to his level. Interesting though. Mimi has she has quite a name. I YouTube her and she fills a page. So it means
I like her music actually.
there is no one else with a name like hers, or there's nothing confusing YouTube when I give her name. So that's something about naming. She did a great
Yes.
job.
You cannot put your name there. You have to put Cameroon next to it too for you to Cameroon,
And maybe
Cameroon next to it for
maybe a
you to
little
pop up. So she
maybe a
did a
little
good job with that.
a little segue and diversion on them. She recently released a new song with Magasco 3 weeks ago.
Ooh,
They
okay.
did some reggae stuff, not so bad.
You know, say, people they call you auntie, but when I rip it up, girl, you go call me Fears me, baby, love me like maybe. You be the one of a kind, be my sherry. Kick man or a pam pam if you play me. Yes, now me love be that. Baby girl, you know the force it, bombastic, so elastic. Baby girl, you're fantastic, almighty. And you know we gonna make a family.
Everybody know the force it, bombastic, so elastic. Everybody you're fantastic, almighty. And you know you're gonna make a family.
So yeah, that was it. That was some of my discoveries of the week, though.
And this is what I talk about. Like the songs are nice. The songs are nice. They release songs. They release. There's no lack of releases. They release. But no song is like really like bang. Like I don't think that they put like an F. Like they just want to just be putting music. They're like whichever one catch. You know. But I don't know.
To your
I'm just
point,
like, no
right?
down.
It's the feeling that I had when I listened to this song. But on the other side, these guys they use the formula of the time, man. I cannot really push. I cannot really blame them. I mean, they've done their best, right? They have taken Zouk machine. Magasco has done reggae inside of Zouk. They have taken an old song that we all know, and they have kind of re-sampled it in the song. Those are all those elements to make a song to kind of stand out today, or to kind of make a song, let's say, to make a commercial song today, right? That reggae sample that he put in there, and then taking Zouk machine that is kind of getting popular recently with Zouk in France. Zouk is really hitting
It's
recently.
always there. I think Zouk is like kind of like Makossa to them.
Yeah, so they did quite a bit, but to your point, it wasn't the hit when I listened to it. Like
It
it
falls
wasn't like
flat. Like what I'm saying is like it falls flat, and I keep saying that like there's certain like I don't know how to explain it. I'm not a beat maker. I'm not a producer. I'm not any of these things, right?
But you can feel
But
the
I don't
music.
know how to. I can feel it in my, you know,
You can feel it in
my
your
dancing.
in
My
your
dancing, I
Your
can feel
dancing.
it inside my heart, you know. So I can feel it. So I know that it's not hitting somewhere. It's just there. It's a point where okay, I'll listen to it over and I'll
background
like it.
music.
I would like it. But the thing is, if I play it in a party, nobody else will
People will
vibe.
continue
So
sitting. That's
people
not
will
going to
just
be a reason
continue
for them to
sitting and
stand
just
up,
be
yeah.
like, oh, na Cameroonian. And then this is a conversation that they always have, especially interpret. Na Cameroonian that. I say yes.
That kind of
That-
question
that-
that kind of question that lets you rethink what you're doing. Like you keep playing this.
Exactly.
You think
Is there any reason I should be listening to this song? Yeah.
When we're in Texas,
Exactly. So it just falls kind of flat when you've heard it so much, you enjoy it, but then the next person that is just being introduced to it will not really vibe with it immediately.
same thing happened when we were in Texas. I connected my phone and then I left it to play while I was doing the barbecue. And I'm outside, I'm grilling meat. So I'm coming inside, I'm putting the meat outside, and I'm putting the meat inside every now and then. I come in, and then I come in one time, one of the aunties asks, Anyang, now phone dates to connect this to yes. Okay.
That's English for please disconnect that phone.
because my iTunes can play Cameroonian music for forever. My algorithm is set. When I play one Cameroonian song, it will only stay on Cameroonian song. He said, okay, it's not bad there, but I don't hear this song plenty. I don't deep song don't play that guy 4 times. So I'm trying to ask her, like, you like the music? No, you like the music? No, but this song don't play that kind of 4 times. I don't hear this song that kind of 4 times. And she's giving me the tired face. Me myself, I humble myself. I went to my phone.
I just went and changed it.
Yes. But this brings us to I want us to kind of we've talked about this 80s music for a while now. We've talked about what they did right. We've all identified some things that they really did that we enjoyed. We've identified some music that really connects with us from that time. We recognize that there's some gap. There was something that happened along the way. But what is it that if musicians of this time needed to learn from that era, what is it that you think they could learn from them? What can they carry over and apply to music today?
Mm-hmm.
Should I go first?
Yes.
Yes.
I think one thing that I can learn is really coming back to the basics of making music for the heart, and maybe forget a bit about the cloud and just make something that you like. It starts from something that you like, and then it goes to something that is beautiful. The music comes from the inspiration of something that I like, that really resonates with me, and then now the mechanical part about it, which is the making the music. Or am I sharing right now? All right, no. Okay, which is all about the making the music and producing the stuff. That is now technical. Once you get something that's beautiful and catchy, the technical stuff can be done by some professionals. You can go to this Bamleke guy in Douala that makes Chris M's music. You can go to that kind of guy, and then he's gonna put the idea to life. But without having actually that thing that's resonating with you, that's vibing, will not be able to make that kind of Makossa, that kind of soul Makossa that we're listening to right now. It came a lot from the heart.
I want to check you a little bit because I want to check you on what you're saying, because what you're saying is it's vague. I feel like it's vague advice.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to go back.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to the 80s music. Take one thing, take an example. Take how they love that, and then tell an artist today. Tell that boy, a guy, that he wants to do music. Tell him how he applies it.
I don't have something very concrete
tell me
right
that
now.
I should love it, man. Tell me
I have something concrete. I have something concrete, and I say explore instruments. Because like for instance, there's this Nigerian guy. He's a young kid. He plays only the drums. You know how you play only the drums and he gets people moving. You understand what I mean? I'm sure there's drummers. I'm sure there's there's like people that can play different instruments that you can kind of bring together and be like, you know what, play me something. Because those people that play those instruments, they can come up with their own creative ideas also. Maybe kind of explore those avenues of instruments, learning how to play an instrument and thinking of what that gives, like what that gives, the intonation that it gives, rather than just listening to it on a thing that they've gone and done on a computer and made it for you. But if you learn how to play an instrument, you get a feel for music a little bit more. So I feel like they need to kind of go to school, educate themselves. Yes, fundamentals of it. It's not just about putting
learning music. Yeah.
Yes. You say that, and it resonates so highly with me. I think musicians of today, Cameroonian musicians of today, and I think it's not only Cameroonian musicians, right? It works some other places, but they've skipped a stage. They want to sing so bad that they've forgotten that music is instruments. Music is la la ti do la fa la, all of those accents that I don't even know how to do it, right? They skip that stage. And I think, to your point, learning music is gonna help make better music. It's gonna make and not only the music and the singing, but the instruments, because that's where, like, if you can play an instrument, you can sing differently. But you
can feel the chords of that instrument and be like, okay, this is what it sounds like. This is what this one sounds like. Like what intonation is it giving when you hit the guitar, right? Like it gives that like it vibrates. Like if you touch like it vibrates throughout. So that vibration and all of that, those are the things that I'm saying, that like in music we need to be able to feel that electricity from like that guitar chord. Like we need to be able to feel it. Like you can see in Nigerian songs, right? Like the way you can distinguish a Nigerian song from a Cameroonian music is like the bass of it, the boom. It hits you hard. Then you'll be like, okay, let me go and sing. There, I'll be like, of course it's Nigerian. You know what I mean? Want to think, okay, it's a this in. But if Cameroonians just learn to just put that in their songs, it will give a different vibe. That's what
No,
I
but
think.
I think framing it that way is taken away from your point, because Nigerian music is as electronic as any other music.
No, I'm not saying that it's not electronic, but I'm saying that but you can do both. It does not mean that I'm saying that them, okay, they've, even though it's electronic, they still mastered how to hit you with that, with the music itself. Even
And
though it's
hopefully, to your
electronic.
point, the reason why they're able to do that is because they have some fundamental education about music and
They
chords and all
yes,
of that.
yes. I
And
think that
that's a
is
great
because
point.
they know that when they hit this song, boom, like that, people will be like, "Hey, you know what I mean?" It will hit them and get some kind of like awakening in them. That
So
Cameroon music is not hitting, it falls kind of flat. And I just
Right.
wish that they had a little bit more. Like there's some songs that I'm just like, okay, if they added a little bit of bass here and hit harder here, it would have been phenomenal. There's some songs like that that when I listen to it, that's how I feel. And I have to
So
like crank up the volume for it to even be like a hit
so
in
you,
my head.
so you like bass, Atem?
I like bass,
You
man.
like bass.
I
I
like
see.
that.
to then round your point, from what I'm understanding from your point, is that Cameroonians need some fundamentals to go back to the
Yes,
basics,
they
and go back
need-
to learning the fundamentals of music making, to go back to that do re mi fa sol stage of music where you play a chord and you resonate it and you sing that chord in order to improve their music. And that's something that was done back then, that you could tell an artist that's trying to get into music today to start with those basics.
But look at Mbole, right? Like for instance, to my point, look at Mbole. Why is Mbole getting traction? Mbole is getting traction because of that the drum.
Part
It's
of it, yes.
rhythmic. It's very hard, very
it is.
rhythmic. That's what it is. That's why it's getting traction.
But
and
it's
that's
very
my point.
electronic too.
I don't know how to. No, but that's what I'm saying.
But Mbole is street music.
Tam
It started
tam.
with the drum and that's it. Right?
It started with the
and
drum,
voice.
like tam tam, like a wondo this thing, like how they started Bikutsi. That's why it's getting traction, because of that. This thing, it gives you some kind of like a raw feeling about the music. So that's what I'm saying. Like when not Nigerians, when Cameroonians hear a song that has made it, think about what made this song succeed. What is it about this song that people really like? What is it that they're paying attention to when it comes to this song? And
Because-
pick 5 or 4 songs and say what is the common denominator in these songs that we're missing in our own song. That's just it.
Instruments are primal. They're very primal. to music.
Instruments,
But
yes.
One thing that I want to add to all the points that you guys gave, I think you said love, and I didn't want to. I don't want to.
Well, no, I really didn't have something strong, to be quite frank. And I've been thinking the whole time, if I really have something for some good reason, I'm not sure I have a good
And maybe
a
it
good
was a
And I
piece of
respect
advice
that.
here.
That's,
Yeah.
that's very respectable
Yeah.
of you to say that you don't. Yeah.
Yeah, but then we come back to this, going back to the fundamentals of music, to that, like those things that make you connect to music, which is like learning the instruments and everything. But one thing that I want to add, one thing that I feel like I could carry away, and I've been singing this song, and I feel like I'm gonna be beating this drum for a long time, that I can carry from that 80s area to now, is just collaboration, that foreplay, that talking about music, that sitting in the room and just knowing each other, bringing together every bit of what you guys have and putting it together and making music. I feel like that's what I have not seen too much of in Cameroonian music. I've seen a little bit of ways here and there of that happening, and I think when Jovi brings out this album that he did with these kids, it's gonna be something unique, because it was one of those energies that I saw. But I've seen that in flashes happening around, but it really is not happening in that way. But yeah, unless anybody
The country's demography is also one that doesn't really favor
does not.
natural collaboration so easily, right? So I
It
can
does not.
because
What do you mean? People go everywhere now. So
yeah, no.
that's not
I'm
even
I'm
a
not talking
little
about
bit
the location. I'm talking about the population. Just the fact that people are just naturally very different in Cameroon, in that
No,
very small
everybody-
country.
You guys said everybody has become one now.
No,
Because
no.
everybody-
I get
No,
it,
but
but
I
we
think-
have the
I
Anglophones,
think-
we have the Francophones. That's already one divide, and then you come to
Also-
every region. There is every tribe and every type of natural divide for Cameroon. That's just a natural one. It's not even created by any conflict or anything. Before you can add politics and conflicts to it and whatever, so it makes Cameroon to already be a very, very naturally divided country, and it takes a bit of effort for people to want to love to collaborate with each other across that country. So
But before, when the Ash door happened, it was still Cameroon, right?
But Ashdod,
So
you can look at everybody that's in
it
Ashdod.
was
Those are Douala people.
Douala people.
Douala
Everybody
people.
in Ashdod
Yeah.
is
Okay.
Douala.
Yeah.
And every, I mean, not maybe not 100%, but that's
It's
the common
It's a very
because that's
local,
what's bringing
it's a
it
very
together.
localized collaboration that you're seeing there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you guys. This was I feel like this is very this was one of my most exciting episodes because going back to that area is one of my funnest ways
Man.
to think of Cameroonian music. So thank you guys for all of this.
That era is an emotional trigger.
Yes.
Very emotional. It
Then-
reminds me of the times that I was going to vacation in Kumba. You know, like when you're traveling in that bus, you're hearing
Oh,
all
yeah.
those songs. Like when you go to the park, all
Man,
those songs.
Those
like,
bus
just-
drivers are hella DJs, man.
I'm telling you, they'll have their
but
cassette.
They
Don't
had
have
the cassette that had all the songs and they couldn't miss.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was it. But and it also reminds me of like peeking through windows and seeing Tube Vision and all of those shows and all of those things. So,
Exactly.
like, they used to have a program in the evening that played all of those songs.
Two
and
vision.
it was-
That's
the-
Folidi.
the-
Folidi.
yeah.
Yeah.
the images were never too clear. But let's move. And if we had a sponsor, the sponsor will come in here. So we have room for a sponsor. I'm just saying this so
Yes.
anybody hearing and wants to
French,
spend some money.
French kind, please.
I'm
French
saying,
kind.
and wants to spend some money to get visibility.
Madon.
You know, if you want to be heard and seen by 4 or 5 people, this is the show for you. If you
Exactly.
want 4, 5, 6 people to see you, this is where you come.
And our family members.
Exactly. If you want my mom to know about you, you want my uncles, my aunties to know about you, this
No,
is the
my
place.
family is about 30 people. Let me say among those 30 people plus, I think it's 30 plus, but I'm just being, generous with like 30. So among those 30 people, maybe 25
Yes.
will watch it. So if you want
No.
25
Among
people
those
from
30
my
people, 4
side,
people will watch it. No, it's not that. 4 people will watch it.
Right.
So if you want those 4 people to watch, 4 people from her side, 3 people from the other side, 2, maximum 10, we got you. We're the people. If you want 100, and I'm sorry, we're not there. But if you want 10 people to hear about you, 10 people that are very different, this is the show. So let's move on. Let's move
Okay.
on to we're wrapping up this episode. It's early morning.
Our
in
picks of the week.
Germany. Yes, so let's go on to the picks of the week and what you guys were able to cradle through the disc and find. You can
I've been
keep
waiting-
old school if you wanted to, or you can go new school.
I've been waiting for this moment, this whole show, because talking about my weekend, I was preparing for this show, I was scrolling through a lot of music, and then I fell on this song, and I was like, God damn it, feels like I've been sleeping on my girl for a minute, and I just wanted to bring this back again, right? So this has been my pick of the week.
You complete me completely. Infatuated so easy. We talking all night so freely. You know my CV, you see me. Not like the rest, you feel me. It's hard to explain like you were just made for me. Il me rend fou ce joli garçon. Quand il me touche, j'ai des frissons. Sans effort, je lui donne toute mon attention. Ouais. My only wish is that you never go. I keep you close and forever born. I know it's cheesy, but what you expect when I'm writing a love song?
So
okay.
I really love how she executes the English and the French, and I also love that she's really doing a good job at putting together some good lyrics. So Tenia for you guys,
know that
for
I've
those of
just,
you all
for
sleeping
whatever
on her.
reason, it's coincidental because I've just been exploring her page on TikTok like recently because she did like that is it Tonic and whatever, like she has a song that's called
yeah.
Tonic. Yes,
Tonic and
that song,
Ginger,
that
yeah.
song is like yes, that's a very good song. So she sang it live. I was just like, oh my girl, man, she sounded better live than the actual song itself. So I've just been exploring her page, and then she went where she was like recording on a boat, on a yacht or a boat or whatever. And this girl switched from English to French to Pidgin to this, and she was
transitions
trying
are
to
beautiful.
describe her experience. Say that means say no, yeah, je dis que. And then she would just go like switch and all of that. I was just like, what the?
Yeah,
I
man.
understand everything, but I'm just like, what in the hell? This girl, man, your brain must be spinning. Tonic no lime, yes. It's like
So
I'm like
where's
your
the I'm
brain
looking
must
for
be
that performance,
spinning right
but
now.
it's
Like
like
live, say live. I
okay.
think it's just on TikTok. Say
All right.
live
That's probably
performance.
just on TikTok.
It is dope. I almost said I
But we can
wanted
still
to send
listen
it
to
to you
just
first.
Tonic and Lime for a little bit, and so that
I think we had
That's
this. Oh,
why
all right. We
we
didn't. We had this.
I
Do you want to win
talked
Oh
about
man,
this
you
$100,000?
guys leave me
song
alone.
before.
Let this guys leave me.
free YouTube users.
Tonic no lime. We
I
talk
tell you,
about this
you
song
should be the
before.
one
This is
playing
the
YouTube's
second
next
time,
time because you have the you
right?
have the pro.
So you have
Yeah,
to
this
skip
is.
this part because that's what she's
Nee, ich wirklich,
going
ich muss
from
mit dir reden.
language and just showing
Yeah,
up
yeah.
all
Just,
her
just
Stress,
skip
tu sais
it.
que
languages,
c'est du
man.
stress.
Oui, oui. Hast du später Zeit? Tu seras au restaurant plus tard avec les
This
filles?
is
Oui, je crois que je serai là du 17 à 18 heures comme ça. Je suis
that
en
was
cours de
Busy
travail.
Sister,
Donc, je
the
peux
other
t'as
one.
Ou je peux t'attraper.
Ok.
Super.
Ok, later, later.
Ok, then I'll meet you for All right, small time. Bye bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
same
Bye
way.
bye.
Impressive.
Yeah, it's cool, everything is gonna be fine. Focus on the money, baby, focus on the grind. As long as you are working, very soon it will be time. Never have to worry about and I'm talking about forget everybody, everything you combine. And don't get distracted cause we working on time. Get your bag up, cause you know we gon' shine. Get your drink up, make it tonic, no lime. I can never be the one to never go far. If life is a game, then I'll be controller. Breaking generation, I guess it's all over. This life a roller coaster. Sky is not the limit, yeah, we going solar. System overload, it must be my aura. Always been the
Ask
baddest,
Auntie
that's
Lola.
Laura. Yeah, I got these voices in my head non-stop. I just have to feel these thoughts. If I want to go my way, not worry about it all. Yeah. Cause I know that I'm lucky and I know that I'm blessed. Any little thing will go give a man stress. Every time somebody want to worry my head, I know they carry no grudge, just want to do my best.
So guys, what you got for the week?
Are we calling that your pick of the week, or you have?
Yeah, that was my pick of the week was complete. All right. Oh, you mean Eunice?
Eunice and her
My
image
pick
has
of the
frozen.
week is Blanche Bailey and Lady Ponce.
All right. Let's see what they got.
Let's look for it.
Lady Ponce, Blanche, yeah, Blanche
Blanche
Bailey.
Bailey and Lady Ponce.
Yeah, it's right over there. Is that Bikutsi? Oh,
It's Bikutsi. Move forward.
Blanche Bailey, on dit que l'union fait la force. Toi et moi, c'est ton Dieu, mon Dieu. Mais je frappe à la porte, tu veux pas te lever. Bébé, c'est là, fais-moi ça là. Oh oui, c'est là, bébé, je veux le faire. Avec toi, je connais pas mon nom. Chérie, mon corps réclame ta main. J'ai dit que c'est ton Dieu, mon Dieu. Aujourd'hui, c'est ton nom. C'est Dieu qui t'a donné. Bébé, comment un peu. Bébé, chaque fois qu'on est ensemble. Bébé,
Chérie, donne-moi un peu, s'il te plaît, bébé. Il m'a dit, la forme, ça m'a coûté. Donne-moi, bébé, juste un peu.
si j'aime t'appeler.
Mais c'est ainsi, tu me fais pleurer.
Lady Ponce is a Cameroonian legend, man. I don't care what you say.
That
She
song
is
is trending
an
too. The
icon.
song has just been in my head. Boom, 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 boom. Just
She's an
like that.
icon. Yo, this is how iconic Lady Pons is right now. If you type Lady Pons legend, we're not playing anything. Just type it to see what comes out. That's her album that she released earlier this year. That album, first of all, it starts off the way it starts off. We need to do a whole episode on Lady Pons, man. Lady Pons legend. I just want you guys to see the cover of this album.
Her transition from one way, one style to the other, to like polishing her image and being.
You see the album cover.
Oh wow!
She pulled the Beyonce cowgirl on us, and she did it still with style.
Of course.
Aye, okay, but that was a good song though, Eunice. That was a good song.
Thank you.
Belly always sets the record straight.
I just the melody of it. It was nice. It's just the way it starts.
Mais mes habits me serrent. J'enlève d'abord mes habits, j'attrape, je tire, je déchire, je bosse ça.
À qui est?
Petit,
Hein?
on fait alors comment?
Yama fois Kazam. Bois qui a au menu.
Indien, Apache, appelle à l'autre collègue, nous on gagne. Attitude!
That's a Vero Jess. That's a Vero Jess right there.
To your point though, because here, right, there is something about Bikutsi that I've been kind of studying myself, and I've realized it. The energy that Bikutsi has. Bikutsi is one genre that I think it's after don't pass the age of about 30, you just have to leave it to the kids. Like you have to give it to dance, but you need some energy. Bikutsi is workout. Bikutsi is workout music, man. Because it's workout music.
Lady Pons. If you say Lady Pons in a house, when you wanted to grow up, Lady Pons was already a woman.
I say because
how old do you think she is?
Because in a 150 BPM tempo, it bam 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 bam. This is energy.
and that brings it to Atem's point about what can be carried over, right? Because he has stayed with the fundamentals of music. It's the drums. And those drums have to be the realest drums ever. Those drums could be played live as well as they could be played electronically. Mostly, I know they're probably playing.
You know, there's a white guy on TikTok. There's a white guy on TikTok that plays Bikutsi. Have you seen that white guy?
The Cameroonian white guy.
Yes, he plays that guy and sings it.
No. You're not talking about the DJ, are you?
No, he was jamming in Cameroon back in the 90s. He was
he was
playing
that older white guy, right? That older white guy. Dope.
I forgot what his name is.
Bikutsi, this tête brûlée kind, this and then that tête brûlée instrument, all those things like that, it's not lost in Bikutsi. They are still keeping it, and that's what Makossa has lost.
Really, man. So, Anyang, you have not given us your pick of the week.
Bars for bars, Mike Monster.
Yeah, that was one. That was okay. Bars for bars. Yeah. Thank you for bringing this up. That's a nice one. That's a nice one. And this Mike Monster really he put himself together for this one. I feel like the guy he did his homework. The guy prepared where because he put bars for bars on this one. For real.
Hey, what's up, guys?
I tell you, why use your YouTube next time.
Exactly. See, even the monkey is laughing at you.
Yeah, that's that Google VO thingy. I've been doing too much AI research recently. That's why.
Then steam can turn into water.
Yeah. Bar for bar, I'm charged to full bar. Bangando, old school like Lando. Come no go, what tight I can go. Got a warrior spirit, brave like Django. Sako night, my freeze lane ice. Dot said the melt as a head over hot. Quiet man, yet I race to my dreams. Protect your chop, nigga turn cover pot. Never seen the reason why my remote no go control. My sex drive need a different kind of petrol. Die, wake up, this is a new life. Clean delivery, don't need the midwife. Me a plaster. No dread but a rasta. No gang but a gangster. Ain't got no masters. Still I own
Masters.
Look at all that I've mastered.
Now so many go the deliver rap, bro. Now so they go the deliver rap. It doesn't need to be 1 million bars, just 16 bars, but that's it. He got his message through. It's like he's just reminding those kids that see when I rap, when I get to the level, yeah, bars for bars.
Yes,
Now, I like it. Thanks for bringing this up, man. That's a good way to close the show.
So that was it. We're not voting this time. Everybody's a winner. Okay.
Because you don't have number 2. You don't get number 2.
No.
I have problem.
I know I overshadow. I don't leave them. All man don't win.
I try overshadow. No. The whole point of this that we have to have a winner. This is not America where everybody is getting a complimentary winning prize. No.
Yo, but
participation
you guys have really
award. No.
You guys have really woke me up to Lady Pons though. I want to go and listen to her album now. Like I really want to go listen to her album. And also my take home from this show, even if we came with Makossa, like this show I came in with Makossa and I'm going out with Bikutsi. Yeah, for real. That's the show for me today.
That keeps reminding us how much Makossa is a forgotten genre in Cameroon. If we right now cannot name the Makossa artist, the go-to Makossa artist of our time, it's painful.
We got a problem.
Can I ask this sentiment? Is it that do you guys have the impression that people are embarrassed of Makossa?
No, I think it just doesn't have representation.
You know, there's one thing that I've learned about embarrassment is like things that we think that we're embarrassed of is just because someone else hasn't showed us how to be proud of it, right?
I understand,
like one
but
person,
that's what I'm saying. That to me, that my observation, I feel like people are just ashamed of the Cameroonian music, right? Like playing it, like they enjoy it in private. They enjoy it. Like I've said this point over and over again. Like people enjoy Makossa, but to go out there and be like, oh, you know what? Let me say it like that. Igbo people at my job that they'll play, let me say like their music, they'll play it and enjoy it, right? Will a Cameroonian person play Makossa and be like, oh, let me just proudly just enjoy Makossa? Like, you know what I mean? Like when just put it like that and just be like, let's do it for the enjoyment of everybody. I don't care whether people like it or not. Or play loudly in your car when you're in the parking lot of your job or something. Like I'm just thinking that people are just like feeling like, oh, it's not that village kind thing them or whatever, like how people used to feel about culture, right? They'll be like, oh, I don't wear traditional wear, I don't wear all of those type of things. That's how I feel like it's the same sentiment that translates with Makossa, and people are kind of embarrassed about it. And so people have kind of now just put it on the back burner, like, okay, this is not something that we're going to explore. That's, I don't know, that's just my
I think shame is not the word. I think it just it hasn't given people things. Makossa hasn't brought in what to for fans of it to use to
celebrate, to be proud of, or something.
To celebrate the music. That's why we always go back to the old school, to the Arch Dog period.
Yeah,
because that's the one we're the most celebratory about, we're the most excited about. You start that the day and go song, bam, 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 bam. And
I feel like it has something to do with some kind of like the ego being like that shyness, that embarrassment, that thing, like something to do with the ego, affecting the ego somehow. It's just like how people will not eat fufu with their hands at work. They'll be like, oh, I cannot eat it, they'll eat with fork. That kind of thing there. So they're like, no, I cannot eat it, but at home they'll do it. You know what I mean? That's the same. I don't know if it's the comparisons sounds, but that's how I feel.
I get you 100%. So if I understand what the way you're putting it right, is the framing is like if some people that are not Cameroonians were playing Cameroon music, then Cameroonians are they're gonna jump more into it. They'll be like, oh yeah. Then they'll feel more comfortable with it. Yeah. So just like, well,
before those people need to go ahead.
So it's like Cameroonians still feeling kind of intimidated to play their music or to own their music in public.
Yes, yeah. That feeling Is it intimidated or is it yeah,
Well,
they get that
shy,
yeah, kind of, yeah.
uncomfortable. We all want to integrate so well that we are hiding our
But they
own
like it
culture.
in the background because what I'm saying is like these people like it. I'm not saying the population that I'm talking about is not the people that don't like Makossa at all, right? It's the people that like Makossa but are not proud of it in public.
Because we want to belong to where we are.
Mm-hmm.
We are in America, want to look American, so kind of high Cameroon music,
Or
and
want to
the
be
the,
Nigerians.
the
because
shit that's
people
popping
be
is
like,
Nigerian. Okay.
This will have to be a
Well,
conversation for
that's
another time too.
yeah. I just want to give my own take to it though, regarding the whole Cameroon music thing, right? And the take. I think I stay on my point. I came in with Makossa. I'm going out with Bikutsi, and to your point, it's probably the thing, or has probably been a thing that Cameroonians were probably not vibing so much with your music. But I think whether they like it or not, we are gonna love it, because like the clip that I showed before, you saw the white girl dancing to Bikutsi. That's not the only one. There's a bunch of other people,
No, there's a bunch
kids
of
that know nothing about Cameroon, but they hear the sound, they're like, wow, this thing is interesting and it's popping, and they recognize it. And I've made this comment on the show earlier on that that's unfortunately a weird thing about Cameroonians. We don't know how to own our shit until people own it for us, right? So we're going to be late at our own party, and it is the thing. But so if we don't want to do it, the world is going to show us how good it is, and we're going to catch up to it. Let's also not sleep on it and have other people own it, and then we're actually coming to borrow it at the end, like yes, happened with Makossa.
I'll send you guys this clip so you guys can put it. And my comment on there was that they're enjoying our music more than us. There's a song that is Congolese people. See, if you see Congolese people on the floor dancing this song at the party, that dancing is a Cameroonian song. They're dancing, they're like La musique si tue au Congo. Like that's what they wrote on there, right? They're on the floor packed. So I'm like, look at these people enjoying our own music more than us. Embarrassing.
Yeah.
Nice, I like it, but it's also still embarrassing too. You know,
Yes.
I'll send the clip.
So Eunice, before we let you go, your word of the day, your wrap up for this episode. We've talked about. So let me recap what we've done today. We've kind of talking about 80s and 90s and 70s Makossa, Ashdor, that prime period of Makossa, and how it's still the era of Makossa that's upheld even up to today, when DJs go and when Cameroonian music is being talked of. What is your closing statement? How do we?
I want you to go first, so let me go.
You want
Let
me
me
to go
go.
first?
Let me think about it. Let me think
Hey.
about it and put it together.
Atem Germany, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Let Atem go first.
So let me go first, right?
Go.
My
Okay,
take
go
to it is, I think we've established right here that Cameroon music is legendary, and that Makossa music has really been a backbone and pillar of Cameroon music. We have also seen here that there is something that we had in Makossa music, like in the 80s, that is kind of missing in Makossa music today. And we're encouraging people to, those people creating music, and we hope that they're listening to us, we're encouraging them to revisit that music and re-inspire themselves from it, because we see very good things. My take to it is like from the producer perspective, DJ perspective, there is a lot that can be sampled in that music. There's a lot that can be learned in that music, and producers, don't sleep on it. Go back to some of those 80s music, sample some good stuff there, and bring us some good music back. That's my take
Thank
to
you.
the 80s
And he
music.
did that in less than 30 seconds. Eunice.
I'm proud of him. And so my own take is, I know sometimes I might be coming off a little bit too harsh, too critical, too all of that, but everything that I say is just for the betterment of Cameroon music. And I just hope that we can learn to be a little bit more proud of what we have. And because if you don't like what you have, nobody's going to love it for you. We need to be able to practice self-love of Cameroon music, self-love of ourselves. And I see it already, like on TikTok. I see the culture. I see like people are so proud of the culture, like they're now displaying the material, and not only displaying the fabric, they're displaying the fabric alongside with the music too. So I'm seeing that happening, and I'm really proud of that. Like I said, I have 2 TikTok accounts. One is Cameroonian, one is American, for whatever reason. So the Cameroonian one, I see a lot of Cameroonian content on there. Recently, there was 2 Cameroonian TikTok people that went to Hollywood. They went for like, I think some event in Hollywood due to their content, and I'm so proud of them that they identify as Cameroonians and they stick true to their Cameroonianness. Just learn to love being a Cameroonian and loving everything about Cameroon.
So self-love, that's what we're missing in Cameroonian
Self-love,
music.
yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm
We're
gonna
going to
wrap
take
this
Cameroon
up.
music to therapy.
Exactly.
I'm gonna wrap this
I
up
got
by
as
saying,
I'm a psych nurse, so
Yeah.
there you go.
I'm gonna wrap this up by saying, well, my take from that era and taking it to this point in big letters: foreplay.
Ooh.
Foreplay. Let the foreplay that
Yes.
has to be before the music happen. Let's go back to that foreplay. Talking about music. When I talk about foreplay, it's the little things that happen before the studio happens. That community, that coming together, that exchange, that learning, that back to fundamentals that Eunice mentioned, that going back to the instruments and relearning all of those things. I feel like we're missing that and we need that to come back. So thank you everybody for joining us for this episode. Again, we're the Fireside Tribe podcast.